this is Kimberly Ivy, and this is my group for my speech today. Today I would like to talk to all of you about the median marrying age in the United States. Can you guess this couple's age? No? This is my nephew Nathan and his wife Stephanie. They got married this past year. Nathan is 33 and Stephanie is 30. They married a little later than most people. You each have your own idea about what the normal marrying age is. And there are many factors today that fall around one of life's most planned events, marriage. Since the median marrying age has increased over the last few decades, I was interested to research this and find out why. What caused the ages to go up and how it affects us today. Today we're going to discuss the ever-increasing median marrying age in the United States over the last few decades. And the main factors that cause this age to go up. Those three factors are career choices, social factors, and economic factors. According to the U.S. Decennial Census, the government census from 1890 to 2010, the median marrying age for women back in the 1970s was 20, and for men was 23. This is the graph that kind of shows how rapidly from 1950 up till 2010, the age for marrying increased both in men and women. We're going to begin today with career choices. Do those ages seem normal today for marrying, like they were in the 1970s? Ages 20 for a woman, 23 for a man? Well, according to that same U.S. Decennial Census, the government census for this year, the median marrying age for women was up to 25, and for men was 27. In the 1970s, less women were in the workforce. They did not have careers. In the 1970s, women chose to marry early, start a family, and be devoted supporters to that family. They didn't go to school. And law school, med school, they didn't hear of women applying back then. That was frowned upon. Women were to be in the home. In the late 70s, something came about called the American Feminist Movement, which started empowering women to be free longer, to enter school, to get those professional occupations that they didn't have before that time. Women sought marriage in early 70s, but in the later 70s, that started to change. They started to get careers. By the 1990s, marriage consisted of partnership. The man and the woman married, they shared roles and responsibilities for the home, for the workforce, and in the 1990s, there was just as many women in the workforce as there were men, on a 50-50 ratio. Careers came before marriage in the 1990s. Marriage was put off until education was completed and degrees were obtained and occupations were established. In that same U.S. Decennial Census for 1990, it showed that the average age for women to marry was 23 and for men was 25 in 1990. We're going from careers over to social now. And I want to share a source with you. According to authors Claudia Golden and Lawrence F. Katz in the American Economic Review, the pill, or birth control, because of its reliability, ease of use, and female control, enabled young women to plan their reproductive lives almost flawlessly, to delay marriage and pursue career change. The pill, it came about and it allowed women to postpone pregnancy. They had a big control over when they could get pregnant. This freed them up to spend more time with friends, to seek career, to graduate from college, develop an occupation, and then get married. So that increased our median marrying age. Pregnancy was planned for later times when it could be more convenient for the woman and the man, of course. Later pregnancies meant later marriages and less pregnancy before wedlock. College comes into this. Greek life with sororities and fraternities, they put special emphasis on obtaining your education, obtaining your degree, finding your occupation, and then focusing on starting a family. Universities encourage students to complete their education before engaging in marriage. The typical age to graduate is anywhere from 22 to 25, and that has effect on today's age of marriage. Is it a necessity? Marriage. Well, today it's not necessarily viewed as a necessity. There's more of an acceptance of unwed parenthood. The ability to postpone pregnancy and even interrupt it with abortion is available today. That affects the marrying age or the necessity to even marry at all. Government support is there for unwed and unemployed mothers, and that discourages marriage. Finally, economics is the last factor that I want to talk about. According to Charles Murray's new book, Coming Apart, The State of White America, 1960 to 2010, he argues that the decline in marriage and the concurrent decline in work is the product of changes in values and social norms that have eroded both industriousness and marital values. Decline in income obviously means that there's going to be a decline in marriage simply because the husband cannot afford to support a family, or the groom. Young adult males, when they start preparing for marriage, they're looking to be able to support their wife, provide for a family, and if there's no job available or their income is at a lower level, they postpone that marriage because they can't support that family. Women choose to live independently longer today than they did in 1970. That results in the government support being more available, and it's actually better in some situations than what a spouse could provide for them. Historically, we see that the median age to marry has slowly increased from the early 20s in 1970 up to the later 20s today. All as a result of these three factors: career choices, social effects, and economics. These three factors affect each of you. So what age do you think is normal for marriage?
54. You got all